There is a severe shortage of teachers in the education community. Teachers play an imperative role in education. Without them, schools simply wouldn't be possible. They offer what other people with different occupations cannot: knowledge. The very reason why we have doctors, lawyers, dentists, surgeons, engineers, and more is because of the people who teach these things. According to Zachary Shermill from USA Today, nearly 9 in 10 public school districts struggle to hire teachers heading into the school year, and many potential hires were deterred by low salaries. Teachers in the education community all have the common goal of preparing students for the future by teaching them things that they can carry with them for the rest of their lives. Regardless of the subject, teachers have the power to shape and change a student's life by what they teach and how they teach it. With that being said, teachers can only accomplish this due to their strong level of expertise. Teachers were once in students' shoes, going to school and learning. However, they chose to extend their knowledge by studying to become a teacher. Many things go unsaid about how much a teacher has to prepare: lesson plans, classrooms, learning the names of 20 to 30 students. While doing these things, teachers gain a sense of expertise in their path and go on to pass that knowledge to other students that come and go throughout their community. Being a part of a community full of educators and teachers heavily requires intercommunication. From the issues among the school, rules that need to be changed, or a school closing, teachers need to communicate constantly. This is often done by holding in-person staff meetings, Zoom meetings, or emails. Communication is the glue that holds the education community together. As the days go by, public schools continue to diminish in quantity and deteriorate in quality. The performing arts programs are getting cut out. Attendance of students is dropping. There are increased safety concerns. All of these problems are things that have significantly increased over time. Out of all, there is one problem that outranks them all. There is a severe shortage of teachers in the education community. The U.S. Department of Education says that shortages vary significantly from state to state, district to district, and school to school. This is an issue because of how it affects children who are attending school. Children deserve a dependable teacher that will help and guide them through class. When there is no teacher available to do so, it is an issue. The U.S. Department of Education then says that every student should have access to outstanding, well-prepared, well-supported educators who reflect the diversity of the students that they serve. The reason why this has become such a common thing is because schools do not want to pay their teachers what they deserve. Going back to a portion of the quote that I provided at the beginning of this video by USA Today, many potential hires were deterred by low salaries. What schools and the people who are in charge of paying teachers should take away from this is to pay your educators what they deserve and work hard every day for. I know this personally because my mother, Rhinetra Connor, is a middle school teacher who teaches in Detroit. I had the opportunity to interview her, and she had this to say on the matter. What do you believe are the main factors contributing to the current shortage of teachers in public schools across America? The teacher shortage is due to several key factors such as low salaries, increased workloads, and lack of support. Many new teachers are entering the profession only to leave within a few years due to burnout and a challenging work environment. The teacher shortage has been going on for decades now. It only grows worse as time goes on. It's such a sad thing to experience in real time. This shortage not only affects the school itself, but also the poor children who deserve the best education. When kids in school do not have a familiar teacher, it doesn't allow them to build a connection with that teacher. If substitute teachers are the only ones coming in and out of the classroom, it heavily affects the students. In an academic journal by Tuan D. Nguyen, Chan B. Lam, and Paul Bruno, they make a statement involving the students and teachers of these schools. As teachers are critical to student learning, adequately staffing classrooms with highly qualified teachers has been at the forefront of concerns in education for decades. As a result of teacher shortages, children in school may start to fall behind, not understand the material in the first place, or start to feel left behind socially. Another field that is affected is the public schools themselves. With a low number of teachers, the word gets around. Parents and adults see this and immediately rate the school negatively. It only ruins the school's image. Fellow teachers that are employed have tried to convince their friends to apply, have tried to make a statement to their boss about giving them a fair salary, and it looks like the results have been fruitless for those teachers. If this continues to go on, many public schools in the education community will have to shut down. That will not only cause teachers to lose their jobs, but it will give children less opportunities to learn to get their well-deserved education, which breaks many people's hearts. There are many solutions that can be utilized to fix the issue of teacher shortages across public schools. The first solution is to simply, once again, pay teachers and educators what they are worth. That means everything to them. As soon as someone applying or interviewing sees what they will be paid, their minds suddenly start to change about wanting to teach. Of course, it is about the money, but it's also about respect as well. What you pay your teachers is what you think about them. Raising the salary for teachers will work because it will get individuals interested in becoming a teacher again. Referring back to my interview, I asked Connor a question regarding this. What she had to say reinstated everything that I had previously said. In your opinion, what role does teacher pay play in the recruitment and retention of educators? Since it affects people's decision to enter and remain in the profession, teacher salary is a significant factor. The next solution to fix the issue of teacher shortages is to improve working conditions in public schools. There are many public schools that have poor building conditions, no AC or heat, bad or non-nutrient lunches for students, small classrooms, and more. Things like this matter because parents pick up their children from school majority of the time, and they wouldn't have anything nice to say about their child's school, which is a huge problem. Although parents play a smaller role in situations like this, their opinion and perception of their children's school still matters. By renovating these schools, getting AC and heat installed, improving and changing the students' lunches, and doing things alike will significantly improve the overall quality of the school and start to bring in more teachers. The last solution that could fix the issue of teacher shortages would be to increase the overall amount of diversity in the teachers that are recruited. Jumping back to the interview, Connor had an interesting thing to say in response to my question. What other additional steps do you think schools and districts should take to address the teacher shortage issue? To make the teaching field more inclusive, schools should aggressively seek candidates from a variety of backgrounds. When we say the word diversity, we do not necessarily mean race or ethnicity. We mean it in a sense that it covers the different subjects, areas, and fields in the school. USA Today does a good job at breaking it down for us to understand with the following quote. The shortages were most common in subjects that generally have been difficult to fill for years: special education, science, and foreign languages. Bringing in teachers to teach these often overlooked subjects will help in fixing the teacher shortages simply because the schools will be seen as having support where they need it. This will improve their image, persuading individuals to apply to teach at a good, solid school. While none of these three options are cheap and certainly won't happen overnight, that is okay. That is where a budget comes in. With a budget, schools can decide what money goes where and how to distribute it. Schools can also ask for additional money from the school board. In regard to time, there will never be a world where these goals are accomplished swiftly and quickly. It is okay to take small steps to develop things. Slow and steady wins the race. The education community has greatly improved lives for people of all ages, little children in preschool to kindergarten, kids in elementary school, preteens in middle school, teenagers in high school, and so on. Without the starting building blocks of education, there wouldn't be anyone to fill in jobs. Because of teachers, we have that now. So why should their field be the one that doesn't have enough people to fill in jobs? It shouldn't. The education community is filled with countless amounts of dedicated educators and teachers, and they deserve the same respect and opportunities that they gave to us at one point in our lives. Thank you.